Thank you.
Tell me how it feels to be here. So when did you get in, and what's your first reaction of being part of the world?
My husband and I got in last week, and we spent 4 days in Saint-Tropez, which was spectacular. And then we just got in here 2 days ago, and it has been such a fantastic, fun way to meet all the fans and see how many fans we really have here in Europe. It's been fantastic.
Have you been to Monte Carlo before?
I have, yeah. And well, last night a friend of mine, Don Diamond, and my best friend Cindy Ambule got married up in Ez, and it was the most magical, perfect spot to get married. And it's funny because my husband was like, "We got trumped, man," because we got married 2 years ago. This totally trumped our wedding.
You just renew your vows.
Exactly, yeah. And it wasn't so bad. We got married in Mexico on the beach. It was really a fun tequila-laden week, but still, it's so magical up there.
So have you been to the television festival before?
No, never been to the television festival before.
Okay, so I know you're here probably representing for CSI a number of different shows. I mean, people are fans of yours for many different
Yeah,
shows.
but CSI Miami the longest,
CSI
yeah.
Miami. So I'm going to talk to you about that, and I'm sorry to hear that show has come to an end.
I feel like I've taken down 2 shows this year. I'm sort of in a bad luck streak. What the heck? All my children went off the air in September, and then we went on. What can a girl do?
I think what's great is, though, is you see kind of an afterlife of a lot of these shows when they're broadcast internationally.
Yes.
Carries on. So talk to me about the ending of CSI Miami. You played such a great character on that show
It was such a fantastic run. I mean, we had a 10-year run, which is, we're in a pretty rarefied group there, and it was amazing. And the sad thing is that you end up spending sometimes more time with your second family at work than you do with your family at home. And so we've been through weddings and children and all these things together, and then to say goodbye is really sad. But I know we're going to be playing on in perpetuity for, actually, I think France has one more season, because they're airing season 9 right now. We're going to be on A&E for, probably as long as Gilligan's Island, I don't know. And so we'll be around for a while still. Yeah, it's just going to be sad not to see our friends every day.
I always think of that too. I think, when you're in this industry and working on a television show and you're so bonded with your cast,
Yeah.
and then it just sort of comes to an end. I think, you always kind of expect, you never know really when it's going to come to an
Right.
end. Was it a surprise to you? Do you feel like you were able to kind of wrap up your character?
Well, I guess you never feel like you get to wrap up your character the way you'd like to, and honestly, I felt like we might get one more season. I think we all thought we might get one more season, but we all figured we wouldn't get anything after that. Ask again, okay.
Were you surprised that it came to an end? How does that feel for you?
I was surprised that it came to an end. I think we all thought that we might get one more season, or at least part of an 11th season. So it was a little gut check when, just because we didn't get a chance to sort of properly say goodbye. And I think, we would all have liked to have wrapped our characters up, a little more neatly. I mean, we had a great wrap up, but I don't know, I guess you always want to go back in and do it one more time, just, for posterity's sake. But, it was hard.
I think what's probably so great about being part of really the CSI family, do you think they could, be Natalia on some other CSI?
I wonder.
What are your hopes for that? Do you think they could live on another?
I hadn't thought about that. CBS. Natalia's just hanging out. She could, move to Vegas. She could move to New York. Because she doesn't have a job, so she could really travel anywhere.
I do want to talk about and celebrate how great the show is and will continue to be, and people will still enjoy it. What do you think is really the recipe for success for CSI? You can talk specifically about CSI Miami.
Okay.
What do you think made it such a great show and have such an avid fan base?
I think the thing that made CSI Miami stick out internationally was the fact that there was a real aesthetic sensuality about it, a real sort of sex appeal to it. The visuals, the color, just the Miami feeling made it internationally loved. And that was really fun to be a part of. Just the look of the show was so inviting. It looked so much like a feature film that that is just beautiful to watch.
I know from being here last year that the CSI fans they're diehard fans of the show. I also know that soap opera fans are some of the most diehard fans.
Yeah.
So because you've been on both,
Between the two.
on All My Children and CSI, can you talk about the fan reaction to both of those shows? Are they kind of similar?
Yeah, I mean, I think the soap opera fan is like a little bit different than the nighttime fan, but the soap opera fans, because they've been watching you from the time they're little, a lot of times. I mean, I grew up watching All My Children because my mom watched All My Children. And so when I got the show, I was a crazed fan, but I also worked there off and on for 10 years. And then when the show went off the air this last September, I mean, the fans were really heartbroken because they felt like they'd grown up with all these characters. I mean, Susan's been there all this time. Julia Barr had been there 25 years. David Canary, Michael Knight, all these people that they had really grown up with and grown to love and watched every single day. So it's a different fan because they feel like they know you personally. Where I think a nighttime television fan, as much as they love their shows, they are more in love with your character, I think. Do you know what I mean? Where they don't feel like they know you so much when they see you on the street. But a soap fan feels like they know you personally. They see you every day, and they've seen you for 10 years. And but the nighttime fans are a fantastic group of people because they are rabid, and it's why we have jobs. So it's really nice to be here and actually meet everybody on the street.